up, we cut across to breaking news coming in the latest Congress MP who's insulted Operation Sindoor Global Envoys, Congress MP Jairam Ramesh, who's equated MPs as a part of that all-party delegation to terrorists. He's gone on to say that terrorists and MPs are roaming all around. Congress's bizarre targeting of Operation Sindoor outreach that has now made it to the headlines, where clearly the Congress is miffed with Shashi Tharoor not towing the party line, but it has resulted in the Congress insulting India's envoys. Listen in.
देखिए, बीजेपी और बीजेपी नेताओं को पाकिस्तान से लड़ना देना कुछ नहीं है। आतंकवादियों से वो क्या कर रहे हैं? एक महीना हो गया, 22 अप्रैल को पहलगाम की क्रूर आतंकवाद हमला हुआ था। आज भी वो आतंकवादी यहाँ वहाँ घूम रहे हैं। दिसंबर 2023 को पूंछ में आतंकी हमले में उनकी एक भूमिका थी। अक्टूबर 2024 में गांदरबल में आतंकवादी हमला हुआ, उसमें उनकी भूमिका थी। उसी महीने अक्टूबर 2024 को गुलमर्ग में एक आतंकवादी हमला हुआ था, उसमें उनकी भूमिका थी। यानी कि ये जो पहलगाम के आतंकवादी हैं, उन्होंने 4 आतंकी हमले कराए हैं 18 महीने में। आज वह यहाँ वहाँ घूम रहे हैं। हमारे सांसद भी यहाँ वहाँ घूम रहे हैं और आतंकवादी भी यहाँ वहाँ घूम रहे हैं। तो यही तो गंभीरता से हम ये सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, इन सवालों का जवाब नहीं देते हैं। बीजेपी सिर्फ कांग्रेस पार्टी को निशाना बनाती है।
And I cut across to Mosmi Singh joining us live on the broadcast. Mosmi, you've been getting us a lot of Congress voices, but is the Congress displaying itself in bad light by making a statement like this? Because it is one thing to be miffed with Shashi Tharoor, and they have been vocal about it, literally to the extent that they sought his apology. To say and call our envoys terrorists, is the Congress displaying its own insecurity?
So clearly, if you see that it's a long statement that's been given by Jairam Ramesh, and I'm not saying that that he should have not said, compared the MPs moving in a delegation to terrorists absconding. He's done that in one simple sentence. But essentially, what he's trying to point out is that, on one side you have the delegates who are crisscrossing the world, and on the other hand, you have terrorists who are absconding, and they have repeatedly indulged in acts of terror, whereas the government is not answering pertinent questions and indulging in a whitewash of sorts. That's what Jairam Ramesh went on to add. And in the event of explaining what he was saying, in one breath, he
Sorry, I'm having to interrupt you here, but Mr. C.R. Kesavan from the BJP is with us on the phone line. Mr. Kesavan, your response to this latest statement made by Jairam Ramesh, where he's called our envoys terrorists, he's likened the two on the same level.
It is very, very, very shocking, most reprehensible, most condemnable. And drawing a parallel between these dreaded terrorists who have murdered innocent people and, likening them to our esteemed members of parliament, and also the delegation contains senior former ambassadors and, very eminent Indians who have served the country. Drawing a parallel between, comparing terrorists from, Pakistan to people of India who have served the country, is completely outlandish. It's most condemnable. One thing we should remember, Congress party has never had any respect for parliamentary democracy or procedures. You've seen the way in which Rahul Gandhi, not just, winking in parliament, but the way he mocked at the vice president, and later the kind of the scuffle which happened in parliament, everybody was aware. Now these people have just, even by Congress standards, this is a new low where they're completely, I think they've lost the sense of balance and frustration of being defeated again and again, and they've launched a frontal attack on parliamentarians. I think it's most condemnable. I think proper action should be initiated against it.
You think the Congress is contradicting itself by making a statement of this nature? Because at one end they say that this is the time for all political parties to stay united, keep their political differences aside and put out India's message. Shashi Tharoor is doing that. But now here is the Congress not just seeking an apology from him, but also saying that these MPs are equivalent of terrorists.
No, the Congress party is the way in which it is conducted. They're behaving as super spokespersons of Pakistan. They've completely taken a pro-Pakistan line, and the Congress party, ever since Operation Sindoor began, even before that, they first insulted the martyrs, their families, and then they started, casting aspersions on Operation Sindoor. And statement of the Congress leader when the parliamentary delegation is abroad and the agenda of these all-party delegation, they are acting as India's spokespersons. They are telling world nations and exposing Pakistan-backed terrorism. And at that time, to call them as terrorists, I think, this goes beyond, what do you say? This is just not normal. It's extremely abnormal. But I think commensurate action should be initiated, because this should not be just let away like this, because I think punitive action should be taken so that these people stop, abusing people like this.
And is this harmful from a global standpoint? Because at one end, we have our MPs keeping all the political differences aside, putting out India's message on the global stage. But back home, when such domestic politics happens, the adversaries certainly can take advantage of it.
Totally. First, let us understand one thing. The problem for the Congress party, the crux of the matter is when somebody appreciates or comments the way in which our brave armed forces implemented and, effected Operation Sindoor under the leadership of Modi ji, there is a problem for the Congress party. Because for them, the credit only should go to the first family and Rahul Gandhi. And as we've seen time and again, this statement is a perfect testimony to that. For the Congress party, the nation never comes first. The army never comes first. Only the first family comes first. And they don't care about even hurting and damaging the nation, on a global stage. And this is precisely what the statement is doing. One day started attacking Mr. Tharoor, who was a part of a delegation. He's being a spokesperson for the country and they're doing their job. But the statement today and the way they've attacked the delegation, and this, which has gone beyond all limits, only shows one thing, that the Congress party's agenda is completely not, it's against the interest of India, and I think they are completely speaking the language of Pakistan. And I think to call our all-party delegation as terrorists when they are meeting world leaders, I think is most condemnable. I don't think any Indian will ever forgive or forget these statements of the Congress party.
All right, Mr. Kesavan, I want to thank you for speaking to India Today this afternoon.